truth.
Crud. Sorry about that, guys. Did not have my finger on the trigger. All right. I'm Jim Price, the Jim Price Show Daily Update. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to give the date because the date's always given to us by the government, and the government always knows what's best because, by golly, polio is eradicated off of the earth. Is it? Guys, okay, we'll go with the date, and I'll get to the story of things. And let's go ahead and go with that. We're looking at April 9th. It's a Thursday, trash day here at the Price House, 2026. Well, guys, thank you so much for being a part of the show. And I want to – we have a lot going on in the world today, and a lot of it has to do with fraud, and it has a lot to do with the fact that we have people on Earth who just believe that somehow, some way, they are doing just fine. And so – I don't know. I've watched this lately with all this different fraud, and it's really bothering me that these things exist, but what do I know? I am going to go ahead and show you guys. I want to get to, I know I just jumped around a little bit there in the very beginning. Stay with me. I want to get to this video right away. Melania, she put out a video today, and I'm not really sure why this is a thing she had to do. But I'm going to go ahead and ask, or I'm going to go ahead and play it. I don't know why. I actually kind of had a little bit of a brain fart. I forgot that she's a foreign national, or foreigner, that she actually wasn't born in America. But I thought, my gosh, wouldn't it be the best ticket ever to have Trump and Trump? Melania Trump as the first female president and Trump as the vice president. And what would that look like? Well, anyway, I don't know because she can't make it happen, but I guarantee you he's got a couple of daughters with upward mobility and ambition, so we'll see how that all goes. But let's listen to this real quick. This is about 5.5 minutes. 5:44 there. So I want to go ahead and do this for you guys. So let's take a look at it real quick, and then we'll get back to her, back to the show. Just let's listen to what Melania has to say here. I have not heard it yet, so this is all brand new for me.
Good afternoon. The lies linking me with the disgraceful Jeffrey Epstein need to end today. The individuals lying about me are devoid of ethical standards, humility, and respect. I do not object to their ignorance, but rather I reject their mean-spirited attempts to defame my reputation. I never been friends with Epstein. Donald and I were invited to the same parties as Epstein from time to time, since overlapping in social circles is common in New York City and Palm Beach. To be clear, I never had a relationship with Epstein or his accomplice, Maxwell. My email reply to Maxwell cannot be categorized as anything more than casual correspondence. My polite reply to her email doesn't amount to anything more than a trivial note. I am not Epstein's victim. Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump. I met my husband by chance at a New York City party in 1998. This initial encounter with my husband is documented in detail in my book, Melania. The first time I crossed paths with Epstein was in the year 2000 at an event Donald and I attended together. At the time, I had never met Epstein and had no knowledge of his criminal undertakings. Numerous fake images and statements about Epstein and me have been circulating on social media for years now. Be cautious about what you believe. These images and stories are completely false. I'm not a witness or
I think she's referring to, I'm going to stop this for a second. I think she's referring to there was some sex tape type stuff, some explicit types of photos, but she also was photographed in Playboy. So nobody is not, that's not a big deal. So I'm not really sure why this is a thing. Wasn't she the one that went to Playboy? Or was it his other wife that went in Playboy? But anyway, I don't really know why this is a problem, but there is a problem because there are people sharing around a deep fake of her having sex. So I think that's what she's referring to. That sounds about right, but I'm not 100% sure why she thinks she needed to do this. But I'm glad she is. I'm glad she's actually brave enough to go out and just say, hey, stop talking or I'll come after you.
a named witness in connection with any of Epstein's crimes. My name has never appeared in court documents, depositions, victim statements, or FBI interviews surrounding the Epstein matter. I have never had any knowledge of Epstein abuse of his victims. I was never involved in any capacity. I was not a participant, was never on Epstein's plane, and never visited his private island. I have never been legally accused or convinced of a crime in connection with Epstein's sex trafficking, abuse of minors, and other repulsive behavior. The false smears about me from mean-spirited and politically motivated individuals and entities looking to cause damage to my good name, to gain financially and climb politically must stop. My attorneys and I have fought these unfounded and baseless lies with success and will continue to maintain my sound reputation without hesitation. To date, several individuals and companies have been legally obligated to publicly apologize and retract their lies about me, such as Daily Beast, James Carville, and HarperCollins.
James
UK.
Carville, God.
Now is the time for Congress to act. Epstein was not alone.
Oops.
Several prominent male executives resigned from their powerful positions after this matter became widely politicized. Of course, this doesn't amount to guilt, but we still must work openly.
So is she going to somehow now motivate the feminine side of things and start pushing to expose all? What did she just say? The key word of all what she just said, the key word was Congress. I'm wondering if Congress. Oh, she's on I think she's on Massey's side on this thing. And I think Massey's going to come out the hero. He's going to be that guy kind of took a punch here or there. But I don't know. That's a guess right now. Still a guess. But let's continue on.
And transparently to uncover the truth. I call on Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with a public hearing specifically centered around the survivors. Give these victims their opportunity to testify under oath in front of Congress with the power of sworn testimony. Each and every woman should have her day to tell her story in public if she wishes, and then her testimony should be permanently entered into the congressional record.
Into the record. Oh.
Then, and only then, we will have the truth.
There we go.
Thank you.
I think she's I, for some reason, just think that she has the... Oh, sorry, guys. I didn't mean to move that over. Sorry about that. I apologize. I meant to keep her picture up there. But I'm glad we got the audio. Guys, that last statement right there. Hold on a second. Where will we play this last... Okay, we're at 20. Let's go right there. Let's just listen to this last little bit again. There's a part in here where she says about the putting it on the record, getting it on the record, right? She's talking about under sworn oath, right? Here we go. No picture. Okay, yeah, I got that. Sorry. Why can't we just watch it? Why?
In public, if she wishes.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, go, Melania, go.
I call on Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with a public hearing specifically centered around the survivors. Give these victims their opportunity to testify under oath in front of Congress with the power of sworn testimony.
Oh my gosh, it's this. That's it. That's it. This has got to be it. This has got to be it. They're going to do everything they can to stop this, but the problem is remember the hashtag, believe women, hashtag this and that. Remember all that bullshit we went through a couple years ago when everybody was rape victims? Everything was a rape victim. Back in 2016, 2018, everybody was a rape victim. Everything was rape, if you guys remember this. But it is not Donald Trump. It is not going to be Congress. It's not going to be the legal system. It won't even be the DOJ. We're forcing the hand of every single person involved. I absolutely love this. If this works out the way I'm thinking, what I just gave to you, I'm telling you right now, there's got to be something about this here, that she's going to get these women to go out there and say, and it was you, Mr. So-and-so, and it was you, Mrs. So-and-so, and it was you, Mr. President, it was you, Mr. Vice President, it was you, Mrs. Secretary of State. See, they get to go ahead and point the fingers under oath, and then it gets to be admissible in court. And I think that's what we've been missing because the courts weren't allowing that before. Oh my gosh, I wonder if this is a thing. This is a thing. This is a thing. Oh, my mind's turning on this. So, all right, let's listen to. Okay, one more time. We're gonna listen just a little bit more of this and listen to how she's saying it. There was remember I stopped it earlier and I said that's a thing right there. Okay, listen to this last little bit. I think this is the slam dunk. I think it's nothing but net. Your hand doesn't even the ball just goes right through the hole. You don't even have to grab the rim to slam dunk this thing. It's just whoosh. You know it's going. Here we go.
Now is the time for Congress to
act. Okay.
Epstein was not alone.
No, he wasn't.
Several prominent male executives resigned from their powerful positions after this matter.
You're talking about the Prince of England that no longer has a manor of his own? You mean that guy? That got stepped down over in England? He's not even American jurisdiction, yet he stepped down from his England thing. Why would he be worried if he lives in England and he's a matriarch of England, whatever it is, or patriarch, whatever this thing is? And why would he be worried? Why would he need to step down? Guys, I think something's happening. I think it's coming. All right, so let's continue on.
Became widely politicized.
Yes, it did.
Of course, this doesn't amount to guilt. But we still must work openly and transparently to uncover the truth. I call on Congress to provide the women who have been victimized by Epstein with a public hearing specifically centered around the survivors.
I think that'd be a great idea. Yeah,
Give these victims their opportunity to testify under oath in front of Congress with the power of sworn testimony.
Me too. Hashtag me
Each
too.
and every woman should have her day to tell her story in public if she wishes.
Hashtag me
and
too.
Then her testimony should be permanently entered into the congressional record.
Really?
Then, and only then,
keep going.
We will have the truth.
There we go.
Thank you.
She does have quite a strong accent, and I know that accents are actually generated by the mouth. Your body in itself, you have a lot of different things going on inside there, but I will tell you the one thing that happens is accents, no matter where you're at, they're picked up during the first few years of your speaking. And as you start to pick up those accents, that is because of how you form the words in your mouth. And this is what I understand. I could be completely wrong, but what do I know? Dave Glevin, good to see you, man. Thank you so much for being here. And who else we got here? Oh, yeah, I got Dave. Dave's doing good. All right, good to see you, Brenda. And we also have Danica's here. We're missing a few people. We got to check back in. We got lots of numbers showing up that everybody's watching, but nobody's checking in. Here's the thing, guys. I get to see how many of you guys are watching, and then you guys need to go ahead and say, hello, how are you? Anyway, going back to this Epstein thing, I did not listen to it. I knew that she had put a statement out, and it was about Epstein, so I said, okay, fresh. You got my fresh reaction. This is me, how I'm verbally thinking. As I'm thinking about what she's saying, I'm saying it out loud, trying to connect the dots of what she's doing there. It is a little tougher because I'm doing like 3 things at once instead of just listening to her. But I'm going to tell you right now, guys, if we get these women, remember that hashtag Me Too movement? Remember that was remember AOC and all those like, hashtag Me Too. Well, do you hashtag Me Too now? Because then it was cool when you thought it was Trump. But what about Eric Swalwell or Schiff or any of those other weird little dudes in the Congress? By the way, guys, listen to me, okay? I understand. Hey, Hope, good to see you. I understand that I am not exactly, whatever. I'm not on the cover of GQ, okay? I get it. But, I think I'm doing all right. I think I'm putting the hair on the right side, letting the hair flow, putting the clothes on, doing the vest thing for the show. I think I'm doing all right. But here's what I have a problem with. Have you guys actually ever looked at Schiff? Like, look at him? He's kind of an ugly dude. How about Maxine Waters? Now, I'm not talking about her talent as a legislator and ability to put together deals across the aisle. Have you ever really looked at her? I mean, seriously, dude, who is having sex with that? Ugh. Hey, I'm saying she's still having sex. I didn't say she can't have sex. I'm saying she's still having it. But my point of this is that I'm looking at all these things and I'm going, I know it's not a beauty contest, but it kind of does matter, doesn't it? Who's that little mousy little guy, Raskins? Raskins? I always think of Ratskin, like rat. Like he's just such a little weirdo. And I'm like, okay, listen. Okay, so where are, okay, by the way, politics is supposed to be this cool kids club, right? Do they not gauge each other by some type of looks as well? Of like, hey, he's kind of ugly. I mean, he's all right for an assistant, but we're not going to put him in Congress. Or is it so laughable to put him into Congress that when they put him in there, like Raskin's in there, and he's up there going, yeah, listen, Trump's a problem. Yeah, and he's got that greasy-looking hair he's got and all that. How have you been? So, she's saying hi to Hope, I think, is what she's doing there. Yeah. Brenda's saying hi to Hope there. I didn't mean to interrupt there. Sorry, girls, go ahead. But yeah, Ratskins, man, he just like if you guys look him up, okay, okay, stop. I'm not a prima donna. I just told you guys, I don't think that I'm just a guy. And, but I'm just like, seriously, did anybody take a good look at these ladies or men before they voted? I know that's not the first priority. Stop. But you gotta kind of go, I don't know, I'm a Democrat. Do I want Raskin being the nominee? So this is the stuff. That it's like, maybe they're doing it. Maybe that's what the central casting thing's about, right? I'm like, it's just grinding my gears inside my head right now, and I really shouldn't let it bother me that way. I did name today's episode Fraud, and today's Fraud is brought to you by weirdos, the left, Democrats, BLM, Antifa. I miss the Antifa days. I really thought there was a time where Antifa would have, kind of thought they got themselves together a little bit. I mean, they got a lot of money out of the deal. At least the guys at the top did. And then so did BLM. They got a couple big old $20 million mansions. By the way, BLM Presidente, when you buy a $2 or $3 or $10 million house in California, don't you have to pay yearly property taxes on said multi-million-dollar homes? Now, do you have the standard income to be able to continue to pay what could be upwards of $400,000 a year in property tax? Miss BLM, are you there? Did you pass out? Did you not know there's taxes and you got to pay the electricity and the insurance and all that? Did you not? Okay. Hey, what do I know? What do I know? I'm just, so. CNN went ahead and prematurely gave a death tribute to actor Michael J. Fox, who was very much alive. He's very much alive still. So, very much alive, Michael J. Fox, famous for his role in Back to the Future on TV, Reagan-loving, briefcase-toting Alex Keaton in Family Ties. I always liked him in that thing. He mocked CNN for sharing a tribute video implying the actor had passed away. He got diagnosed in 91 with Parkinson's disease, and he's actually been able to handle it fairly well. He has a role as of recent on Apple TV called Shrinking in 26. So that's, I think, Apple TV Shrinking. The network released a video package titled Remembering the Life of Actor Michael J. Fox, which promoted him to am I seeing, they did write this? It was promoted to, which promoted him to reassure worried fans. I don't know what that, I think they got a typo there. Thought the world was ending. Probably it's just me and I'm okay. Love, Mike. The network apologized for the error. Fox wrote to his Threads account, how do you redact when you turn on the how do you react? Sorry, redact. Sorry. Hey, so redaction's been on my mind, guys. Everything's a redaction. I'm going to redact it. I'm going to redact it. Everything's redacted, just like my probable cause statement was sealed and redacted. I couldn't even see it. Another judge couldn't see it. Ha! Yeah, redacted. All right, so Michael J. Fox wrote in his Threads account, how do you react when you turn on the TV and CNN is reporting your death? Do you, A, switch to MSNBC or whatever they call themselves these days? Well, they're gender fluid, so you don't really know. Some days they're this or some days they're that. And some days it's now and some days it's then. I don't know. B, pour scalding hot water on your lap. If it hurts, you're fine. C, call your wife. Hopefully, she's concerned about reassuring. D, reassuring. I'm saying that wrong. D, relax. They do this once every year. E, ask yourself what the F. I thought the world was ending, but apparently it was just me. I'm okay. Love, Mike. And it all ends with a simple apology. Just, well, we apologize. Sorry, man. Sorry, dude. Didn't mean to make it sound like you were dead and everything. So there's another fraud for you. Do we not have people that really do try at their jobs? I mean, I know that I'm doing this live and I do it without a net. And I do try to research some things. Once in a while, I read things just like I was doing just out here. And, I make mistakes. And it's okay. But these guys do it on purpose. The amount of it's just, yeah, it gets sucky. A little I got to scrape your tongue. Little tongue scrapers. Actually, you wouldn't need a tongue scraper if you got rid of your liver flukes, by the way. If you guys know that, if you're getting that white, cakey tongue all the time, that's because you have liver flukes, parasites in your liver. It's actually very, very common. You're not special. You're not unique. You just need to get rid of them with ivermectin and other types of protocols for antiparasitics. If you get a hold of me, I'll tell you what those are, and that way I don't get banned on YouTube for talking about something that isn't readily available on Amazon. And on Google, you can buy the very product that they took the show down for. Remember snootspray.com? Remember that? Yeah, they took that one down on YouTube because it was misinformation. Yeah, we're fighting misinformation. Do you know how, hey, listen, YouTube. You know what? That's it. Facebook, YouTube dummies have been at the forefront of banning, shadow banning, all this other stuff. You know what? You guys are nothing but a bunch of old boomers. You're those old boomers that nobody comes and visits. Oh, yeah, we still got to, say you're there. We still got to, use your platform. But we really don't care about you. You're a pain in the ass. You do things that nobody understands, and you'll never explain why you do it. You just do weird shit in the middle of the night. I wake up to something. When did it happen? Oh, you didn't even send me an email? You didn't send me a notice? Cool you, buddy. Thanks. You're great. But that's all it is. They're just a bunch of old boomers. Very uncreative. My. Let's see here. There is the amount of there's articles I'm not going to even read because they're just dumb, right? Sean Combs, Mr. Diddy himself, the baby lotion guy, is appealing his criminal conviction and sentencing, but panel of judges say, I don't think so. So that's going to go down that way. By the way, the DOJ is actually has opened up an investigation into the largest charity on earth. No, it's not Aunt Hillary's little foundation thing. You silly. You're so silly. You're silly. No, the largest charity on earth is the NFL. The most popular sports league in America is now in the Justice Department's crosshairs. The Wall Street Journal reported on Thursday the DOJ has launched an investigation into the National Football League, the NFL, over whether the league has engaged in anti-competitive practices that harm customers. Per the Journal, this could seriously jeopardize the NFL's antitrust exemption. Professional sports leagues like the NFL are currently protected by antitrust action under the Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961. I like that I am learning right now. I did not know they were exempt. I did not realize that maybe back in 1961 that they made a law. Wow. Okay, we just made a law that says that law doesn't count for you. Merry Christmas. The New York Post notes that the law has allowed teams to pool their media rights together into larger TV packages. The NFL has in recent years shifted some games to streaming services such as Amazon Prime, Netflix, forcing customers to pay $1,000 to watch every professional football game. Yeah, by the way, I don't chase them. If it's not on cable, I'm already paying too much for cable. I'm not doing it. Now, there are other platforms out there that you can get a lot of that. qstreaming.com promo code price. If you were to do that, then you would actually have all the sports channels if you wanted to go over there. But what do I know? This has turned into a massive windfall for the NFL and streaming companies. Media rights agreements between the NFL and streamers owned by Disney, Paramount, Fox, NBC, Universal, NFL Network, Amazon, Google, Netflix. Wow. I didn't know that was that many. Are expected to rake in more than $100 billion in sports right fees. That's not even commercials. That's just the fees to let them, so they're going to get that so you can put their game on your little thing. So if I want the Jim Price Show to stream the Chiefs game, I would have to be a part of that $100 billion pot. Oh my gosh, that's what the nausea is. Are you kidding me? Fox Corporation shares common ownership with the Post parent company, News Corp. Pricey media rights deals have turned the NFL into a serious money-making business. I thought they were a charity. The FCC chairman, Brendan Carr, informed the Post last month that the NFL could lose its exemption if it puts too many live games beyond paywalls. Oops. We're going to let you do a little, but we don't know when it's enough, but we're probably getting tired, so you might want to stop. So for so long, Americans were used to just sitting down and grabbing the remote and just quickly and easily finding the game. Over the past couple of years, the experience has become more frustrating, and people have to sign up for multiple streaming services and have to pay out of pocket for more of these, and it's difficult to find the games. That is true. Trying to find an NFL game that you don't know what it's going to be on, or an MLB, Major League Baseball, literally just say into your phone or wherever, Royals baseball, which channel, or where can I see the Royals? It'll give you the Royals.com, but then that doesn't tell you. By the way, guys, they've gotten this down to where it's so regional. It used to be broadcast, right? Everybody got it. Now it's getting down to with the cable boxes and everything. They're getting down to where they have it in little areas. And that's where they chewing on leather over here for no good reason. Bitch. All right, hey, Ken, good to see you, man. Thank you for being here. Maggie O'Leary is in the house. Hi, Jim and Patriot, she says. So this is, I'm learning, okay, guys? Listen, I'm learning right now. I'm learning. I don't mean to complain. I'm trying to be nice. Trying to be cool. The Post reported in February that the FCC sought comments from sports fans on how streamers have affected them. I don't do them, so it just affects me adversely. Okay, listen, if I'm paying, by the way, seriously, if I'm paying hundreds of dollars for internet and cable, I better get everything. But if I can go to Netflix and pay them $12.99 and this one $20.99 and that one $14.99 and then, but then I've got another cable bill for $200 or $300. Oh, I got to get the NFL sports package, so I got to go to NFL.com to sign up for that so I can put in a code into my TV so I can watch that too, as it comes through the same cable box that I paid for. So that's the other part too, guys. My cable box, I have to go to these other streaming sources through the cable box. So the cable box is letting me get access to the very things that they can't have access. This is why life is stupid. I'm just telling you right now. This is like, seriously, someone slow it down for me. I need crayons. I want the big fat crayons because I can hold them with my hand, and I want bright colors and small words. Please tell me how we got here. Oh. It's greed. I'm just kidding. It was greed. I knew all the time. It was just greed. The selfish sin nature of the heart. What do I know? All right. Senator Mike Lee, that's a Republican from Utah, the Senate's antitrust subcommittee chairman, sent a letter to the DOJ and the FTC in March requesting a review of the NFL's antitrust protections. I love it. Oh, Roger Goodell is the devil. No. He's not the devil. He's my opposer. You get it? Did you catch that? He is my opposer. He is my Satan. That's how that works. He is my opposer. I do not like him. I don't like what he's doing to the game. I don't like all the weird stuff. I really don't. Anyway, I mean, you could eliminate a lot of the guessing and the human error of things, but they don't really have a thing for that. 20 years ago, I had already talked to somebody about it. The GPS and triangulation of the ball, where you can actually put something in the very tips of the ball that's just a metal fragment that it picks up on a signal, and you're able to tell exactly where the ball travels anywhere, whether someone's carrying it or running with it or throwing it. And the GPS, it's on a four corner and down the multiple sides of it. You could just sit there and literally know where the ball is at all times, whether it's a first down or not. 20 years ago. And the idea that we're doing it now this year is that we're doing the strike zone with MLB and the tap challenge thing. Anybody tired of challenges yet? Anybody? I like the human error of it. I really do. No, I do. I think it's great. You know, get back to the old days when the mafia ran baseball and football. Get back to the days when mafia ran boxing, because we knew who was actually paying who. We knew who was going to win. It was just a thing. So the government does it now, and then they tell us we're lying. Anyway. How's you guys' Thursday going? It is a great day. I'll tell you what. Every day is just better than the day before. It really is. Even if it's a down day. You're still on the top side of green, right? Just saying. Don't go complaining. Be good with yourself. Be good to you, right? Don't go out there and say that you got to... insane viral video. Two Mexican women at a funeral home start fighting with each other because they were dating the same guy. Like that hasn't happened before. Anyway, we just got a little more cameras nowadays. We just thought we're going to record everything. We're going to record it. Oh, let's say Hakeem Jeffries, Mr. Placeholder, Mr. Token Black Guy, as the minority leader in the House of Representatives. Hakeem Jeffries reveals that the next Trump administration target on Dems' hit list following firing of Kristi Noem. Hakeem reveals Trump's next admin target. Okay, so what is it, Mr. Hakeem? So he's going to go after who's next. Okay, Hakeem Jeffries, made it clear on Thursday that Democrats are not satisfied with recent firings of former DHS Secretary Kristi Noem or former Attorney General Pam DeBom. Pam DeBom? What? Well, we can't like her, we can't like the other one. You guys aren't satisfied with that one? We thought that was good enough. Well, no, hashtag me too. What? Okay, this followed, the Gateway Pundit reported Trump's fired Pam Bondi on April 2nd. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanchard took the place. This follows Noem's ousting. The Senate has since confirmed Mullen, and that's kind of a crazy thing that Mullen went through so fast. Man, gosh. Whew. While speaking at Al Sharpton's National Action Network convention, oh my gosh, Jeffries took a huge victory lap over Bondi and Noem's ousting. Oh, he took credit for that? I did. Oh, it does take a special kind of retard to do that, doesn't it? Are we allowed to say retard yet, or is that still in? Are we still in the beta phase on? Because mental retardation is actually a true medical term. If you actually look it up, I just didn't know if that. I don't know. Anyway, he is. He's an absolute pace holder. He is a space holder the whole way. Kristi Noem is gone. Pam Bondi is gone. Pete Hegseth is next. You think Hegseth is next? I okay, man. I bet you $1 it ain't. And I don't have $1. See what I did there? I'm gonna be up $1. Jeffrey went on to launch another unhinged attack on Hegseth for his role in the Iran war, ridding the military of racist DEI policies. What is this guy? I can't follow the sentences because it's not where it should have gone. How does Jeffries get to DEI from Hegseth? Because he doesn't want a dude wearing a dress while flying his F-22, trying to run from the enemy? Worried about his implants or whether he's got his next hormone injection? I'm so weepy. I haven't had my hormones. Are you kidding me? Hegseth is a problem for this? All right, come on, guys. Come on. Oh, Dave Solis says I'm allowed, so I do have permission. That's right. Thank you very much from the Woman Hater Man Club. What was the Little Rascals? Little Rascals, they had the club that they had. It was a Woman Haters, He-Man Woman Haters Club or something like that. I always miss those guys. That was really good. My siblings are retarded, says Terrence. Oh, I'm sorry, Terrence. I should qualify your response before I laugh. You may be defensive. Hey, he called me retard. I know better than Terrence Williams to make that bad statement. He's being fun. I love it. You don't speak Democrat? Well, I do have to speak a little because it's around me once in a while. All right, here we go. Just look at who they put in charge of the attack on DEI. Pete Hegseth, the most unqualified Secretary of Defense in American history, Jeffrey whined. Wait! It's called the Secretary of War. Roar! Rah! War, right? Anybody? Yeah? We're still there. Okay. Pete Hegseth, this is the same guy. This is the placeholder who is the minority leader. He is the leader of the minority. Oh, yeah. So, all right, me, the leader of the minority. This guy can't organize a 2-car funeral, he said. He was a Fox News host, and now he's Secretary of Defense. I'm sorry, arrows in a mission. I apologize. He meant Secretary of War. No wonder things have turned out so horrible in the Middle East. Yeah, I don't. Let me do that. Let me do something real quick. We're gonna placehold the placeholder here for a second, guys. I want you to understand that what we did on Iran was absolutely the easiest thing we could have ever done 54 years ago. And we could have done it 53, 52, 51, 50, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46. You get where I'm going, don't you? And the sad part of it is the only people that are truly affected. Yes, we do have some oil prices that have raised in America. Our gas prices are about $1 up. But do you know what they are in Europe right now? Do you know what they are doing in Europe? The entire countries are turning off their gasoline. They are stopping air flight because they don't have Jet A. because that's where they get all of their oil from, is the Strait of Hormuz. And so really, at the end of the day, we are going to be the heroes. Oh, that's right. Thank you. Are you going to build a statue of me, Mr. Trump? I'm Mr. Trump. I have now secured your oil supply, Europe. And are you not grateful to me? Will you not bend the knee? Will you not build the statues and effigies of me all around your countries, knowing that I saved you of your petroleum woes? That you will no longer have to worry about paying $50 million, $100 million ransom to make your boat go through a 2-mile swatch of water? Do you see where I'm going with this, folks? Iran is not going to be a problem. I'm going to go vacation there. I think I will. Listen, I have friends that are actually Persians or Iranians. I think they're wonderful people. Not that I really want to, I can't wait to get to Iran. But it's the idea that I do think someday, just like when we in the 60s and 70s, we used to find these amazing, beautiful women over there, and they were cool, smoking their Camel cigarettes and their hookahs, and they wore their little, right? They had a society. They had a thing. But then someone found out about Stargates. Then someone started finding out about where those were really at. And they found one in Iran, and they found one in Iraq and Afghanistan, and they found them in other places across the world. But listen to me. I know I'm sounding crazy. Just listen to the crazy guy for a second. Listen to me. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. That's what a crazy person would say, right? You're crazy. Go watch Indiana Jones, and then you see where he's going and finding the crystal skulls, and he's talking about the Ark of the Covenant, and all those different things. All that is document. That's a documentary. That's a documentary you paid for. You went and saw it for $12 at the theater with your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. And I'm telling you, those are all documentaries. And that's why we have in the Hillary Clinton email chain of things is the Tomb of Nimrod. See, that's why we ever went in there, guys. That's the only reason we have been in the Middle East, is to find the Stargates and the old artifacts, and to put them back together and to be able to go in and be able to bring the evil to us and then to rule the earth. And that's what they're trying to do. I know it sounds crazy, guys. I know it sounds way too far out there. I am not over-medicated. I don't take medications of any kind. I'm 54 years old. I'm the picture of health. I'm doing great. But I will tell you right now that I do believe that there is a true energy, spiritual level to this that we're not even beginning to understand. And I think these people were playing with fire that you don't even understand. And they thought they did. They thought they could get to it. And that's what Hillary doing. That's what Aunt Hillary was all about. Look it up. If you think I'm crazy, Nimrod's tomb in Hillary Clinton's emails. I'll be right there. I'm paraphrasing, broad stroking it, but I just cut him down to I'll be right there. That's her response. And Hillary. Oh, yeah. And H. Boy, she's a world traveler. Oh, and then Greenland. Dave Solis says, that's exactly what's going on, Jim. Well, I really do believe so. Dave Solis says that the Iranian people are great people. Absolutely. But see, my point is, guys, is that, and let's get back to Hakeem. I'm sorry, guys. I got a little off on that. But let's get back to this guy in the Middle East and how he's talking about the placeholder in Congress who we didn't want to put anybody of power or anybody who was going to be somebody because we had nobody left. By the way, if Nancy Pelosi was the best they had and then they had this guy, who's going to be the next ding-dong up there? And I'm not talking to the frozen ones. When you buy ding-dongs, you put them in the freezer. Do you guys never do that? You guys always put the ding-dongs in the freezer, and then you take the foil wrap off, and they're just amazing. They're like I don't want to say it's an ice cream sandwich, but it's definitely better cold. Try a ding. By the way, find one that's not made of soybean oil. I dare you. Anyway, these guys are all ding-dongs. They are a ding-dong, ding-dong. All right, Pete Heck says, leading the attack on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Those are American values. Oh, whoa, hold on. Hold on. I got to get a sip of water here. I lied to you. I took a couple drinks there. Guys, I need to take a poll real quick here. Just a answer on the message board there, or just comment however you want. Like, share, comment, get that out there. Gilgameth. Oh, yeah, I know. By the way, guys, anybody want to put up their hand and tell me that diversity, equity, and inclusion those are American values? No, you have the equal opportunity to do whatever you want to do, and your success depends on your effort. That's it. End of story. It's right here. It's right here in the poem. The poem that I wrote, you guys. The outcome is not, it's not guaranteed. It's not. But yet I wrote it in this poem. I wrote this poem back in 2020, right before the election, October of 2020. I wrote this, and I put in there. We all have equality of access, but quality of effort is completely different. I don't want your quality of effort. I want mine. It's unique to me. And because you put no effort into life does not mean we come around and give you a big bucket of equity or inclusion or diversity. Anyway, all right, I got to keep going. Oh, you guys want to listen to it? Because I have audio. While one can debate the merits of Noam's and Bondi's firing, nothing will satisfy the Democrats until everyone in the Trump administration is gone. Some Democrats seize control. Should Democrats seize control of both houses of Congress this fall, count on impeachment to proceed shortly thereafter. Guys, they will have impeachment. They already have impeachments up there. They already are doing impeachments. Al Green, or that guy, the guy with the black guy with the greasy hair, he's already tried to do impeachment like a bazillion times. Like January 21st, he was trying to do it last year for crimes against humanity or so. They're all losers. Come on, guys. Why do we give him even effort? You know, we don't, the bee doesn't try to convince the fly that honey tastes amazing. But here we are, running around chasing ourselves. Oh, the things we do for fun. Wah, 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 wah. Well, Akeem Jeffries, guys, by the way, just no love lost there. Like I said, I think he's just a placeholder, and I think we'll be seeing where that's going to be. I do see a change for the Democrats coming midterm elections. I just see some things really shaking up, and I don't know what that would really be, but I know it's going to be out there. So I see it coming. And there's a lot of, and by the way, like that, remember that black lady down in Texas that lost her district? She didn't win the primary in the district she ran against another black person. Anyway, I think it was a black man. I don't know. I'm not going to miss that. I'm not going to miss it. But we do need the antagonists in life, though, right, to keep us true, but not to this level. Well, I don't mind an antagonist about 25%, right? I like a little bit of grr in my life. But at the same time, I don't need it to be such a big deal. I don't know, come on, guys. Right? Anyway, I just... I don't mind the agitation, but this is just too much. Just too much. Arizona State President Warren Peterson refers Democrat AG Chris Mays and Secretary of State Adrian Fontes to DOJ for criminal witness tampering and obstruction of justice in the 2020 election investigation. My goodness. Yeah. So, that's a thing. Peterson's dropped the hammer on Tuesday, announcing on X that he had sent a formal criminal referral. Oh, my gosh. To U.S. Attorney for Arizona after Mays and Fontes, after the two sent threatening letters demanding details on the records Peterson turned over to the federal investigation pursuant to a grand jury subpoena. You don't get to do that, dummies. Hey, I know that. Hey, guys, come on. I know that. I'm not a lawyer. I am for politics, but man, seriously, you just did what? You don't get to ask them, dude. There's a thing. Like when they've been asked for material, you don't ask. You're like, hey, man, if you get a chance, if you want to let me know, let me know. Let me know. You don't go writing a formal letter? What are you doing? What are you doing? They sent 2 letters. Why do these people write shit down all the time? You can... come on, stop. All right, I'm done. I have to officially say that this is absolutely ridiculous that Arizona even made us have what we had in the last 4 years. Anyway, screw them. They are out. No, they're off I'm not gonna give them any money when I die. That's just it. Arizona's off the wheel. No, I'm just kidding. I just can't believe these people are okay with this. There are so many things about the world around me that it amazes me every day. Every day. All right, guys. Well, I got to get going. It's good to see everybody out there. Remember the 10% we do for the neighbor, community, city, county, state, the federal government. The more you do for them, the less they have to do for you. Learn how to be selfless and not so damn selfish. That world will be a far, far better place. Remember, think about this. 8 billion people got up tomorrow and did 10%, just 10% nicer. Think about how great the world would be in a minute. Remember, hold the line, hold fast. Do not give up, do not give in. We'll win. I promise. I make promises I can't keep, guys. Remember that Constitution always limits the government, but never limits you. One of these days, you're going to learn what that big old powerful piece of paper, hemp paper, is going to do for you. And it's what you should be doing all the time. A republic is a people-owned, meaning you have to go to work. You have to put the time in. You have to be working at Walmart to be an associate. You don't just get to shop there and be an associate. I guess some people do that where they just steal stuff. But anyway, guys, go out there and do your best and understand the Constitution is your friend, and it is what makes you free, and all the liberties are for you. Liberty of the mind, freedom of the body, and that's what we're doing it for, right? Liberty of the mind. We can think of anything we want, and we can move the body freely, and that's all we need. That's all we ever wanted. Simple as that. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Good to see you guys. Great comments out there. I love them all. Terrence William, Dave Salee, Maggie, Ken was there. I saw Brenda, Hope, all these. Courtney Allen showed up too. What? Are you guys kidding me? Danica was there. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I am Jim Price, the Jim Price Show Daily Update.